name. So all he said was, "Oh, nothing." He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet. Parallel universe bullshit. Why is Santa being evil again? He just went insane once more. They found the door, he had the gun, so they left. So they're, I think, now
Basically,
in the incinerator now? Yeah, they're in the incinerator because to get that far they have to go in the incinerator. Right? Am I right? Am I right?
say again?
They have to go into the incinerator this time? Santa and Lotus and
That's
June.
where it goes. That's where it usually goes, I think.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, he's in the incinerator and he's just evil. There were a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. Junpei, press the buttons on the bracelet. In the right order, which we know because of the other ending. So right, left, right, left, right, left. That was it. 5,
Yay.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 8 numbers blinked on and then off on the bracelet display. Junpei checked one last time. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Huh? Eh? Hey, what the hell were those numbers? Oh my gosh, are those? Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. He knelt down in front of the keypad, running over the numbers in his head so that he wouldn't forget. 1438342 1438341. With trembling fingers, he punched them in. 1438341. That was all of them. He punched the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. And it wasn't Snake this time. Then there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it. Ah! Oh, is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you. Snake! Oh my, how did you... Junpei. And 7, is that you? Is everyone else there as well? Just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask. Junpei and 7 shared a wry smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears. You're back! With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms. Oh, that is such a cute picture. Gently now. My body's still a little weak. You're back, you're back! Clover looked nothing so much as a lost child who had finally found her home. She cried and cried and cried. He punched the foot and broke the keypad. Rip Winkle from My Helsing Ultimate. Yes! Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she were about to begin hyperventilating. I mean, I would too. You're back. You're really here. It is a family reunion because her parents are dead, remember? Her voice was happy, but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arms strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real. Thank you, Kyle.
All aboard the Geo's train. Choo choo.
His message is boobies. Well, thank you, Kyle. Kyle breaking the immersion. I know, right? Give me a second. I hadn't expected this to happen, so I don't have the paper where I have everything placed ready for this. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I
Shame,
know,
shame.
right? I'm fixing it already. Okay, so that's another entry for Kyle. 70 entries? No, it's currently 74 entries. Just like the trick-or-treaters breaking up the flow of the things. Yep. Where's my stylus? There's
I
my
live in an area
stylus.
where there's no trick-or-treaters, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, nice. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was really here. It was real. You're back, you really are here. Perhaps she was worried he would be gone the moment she had let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do. Oh, you're back. Come now, what's gotten into you? And that includes my 2 free entries? Yep, that does include your 2 free entries. Which, I already linked it to every one of you, right? Not, everyone has seen the video with hands on the head week? And the results? Right? There we go. Okay, so Kyle has seen them, Cleffa has seen it. Good. You're acting as though I've returned from the grave. Technically you did, sort of. Not as though you did. We thought you were dead until just moments ago. Jolty saw it. Perfect. I hope my 2 free entries beat your 70 plus entries. Well, you never know. I really thought you were dead. Huh? You jerk. You idiot. 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 I can imagine her just saying, Baka! Baka, baka!
What, is she like a tsundere or something?
Oh, she's definitely a tsundere. Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. Quite literally, right from his grave. Yeah, it was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down. Screw immersion. More rickrolled. Thank you, Kyle.
God dang it, Kyle.
I mean,
Oh,
you never know, she might want beef.
What?
Vaca means cow in Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah. Clover is definitely a yandere. No, I think she's very much a tsundere. Anyway, Junpei and Seven sat down in one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired. They probably haven't eaten in 9 hours. Yeah, probably. And more because they had to be kidnapped and placed on the boat, you know? I see. I believe I understand things rather well now. Thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct? He had quickly and neatly summarized the event of several hours. Junpei nodded. You also discovered a corpse in the You're a little bit late, but it's fine. We literally just started the path of the true ending after the coughing ends.
Yeah, we literally just started, so you've not seen too much.
All you've missed is Kyle donating a lot more. Thank you, Kyle. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Kyle, thank you. Thank you so much. Just don't get too emotional. How can I not get too emotional, Kyle? It's a lot of money. Thank you. Jesus Christ. That's 10 more entries. Jesus. We had what at the start? 520, I think? You're such a sugar daddy. I feel bad. I mean, I understand why Kyle wants it. He already has a kiri that I crocheted. Actually, I think it was my first amigurumi too. And he bought it, and he apparently really likes it, so now he wants the Pokeball, which I actually have to restart because, like, I feel like it's not going well, and whoever wins it, I want it to be a perfect Pokeball because I am stubborn like that. Anyway, you also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here in this room. Do I have it straight? Seven had been rather surprised to learn of the dead body in the captain's quarters. With everything that had taken place, Junpei had simply forgotten to mention it to him. Well then, I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all of this and why. I am very stubborn, but I really just want the Pokeball to be perfect because, like, it's something of pride. Gobbling parts to me instead of money to Huli. Oh my god, Patrick. You're just jealous because Streamlabs doesn't want to have your credit card. That's what it is. It's still
Shots
something
fired.
it's still something of a mystery he did all this and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were? You don't know? No. Why would I? The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is. Let's just call him Mr. X. I already donated the Galaxy, oh my god. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes, but you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was. I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. Thank you, Kyle!
God, Kyle, please.
Okay. Kyle! Oh my god, Kyle, thank you. You're actually making this trip a lot more possible than I thought it would be. Thank you. Thank you. That's 20. That's 4. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time. When were you knocked out? When we split up to look for the red. Where did they get you? Do you remember? It was a small room in one of the hallways in C-Deck. What happened? The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A can releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent. Then, that means it was 0. Looks that way, huh? There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coughing. Junpei crossed his arms and thought. Why had 0 made Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How had the results of that trick benefited 0? It was a mystery. Junpei couldn't make sense of it. But we can. He also didn't have a satisfactory explanation of how he discerned the key code for the coffin. It just didn't make sense. The truth had gone, and truth had gone. Clash Royale, I think? What did that mean? Did it mean anything? But out for Fury. Oh no!
Butt raid.
No! And why had Junpei felt compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? 7 had asked him about it while they were waiting. They waited for Clover to finish crying. He'd had no answer for him then, and he still didn't. All he could say was that it seemed to have been a subconscious reaction. His fingers had simply moved of their own accord. It was the only explanation that made any sort of sense, and it made almost no sense. Yeah, at the very least, yeah. Junpei had no idea what any of it meant. His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think. And of course, Snake and Clover had been subject in a similar experiment 9 years ago.